Hey, what's up, guys? Griddle guys back again doing a cook tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate all the people who've subscribed lately. Thanks so much. Channel's getting a lot of support. We're really enjoying it. So tonight's cook we're going to dedicate to a family member we recently lost, Rosie. Jeff's dog, unfortunately, decided to move on. She'll be sorely missed. She was a great member of the family. Happy dog, lovely dog. So we're going to dedicate tonight's cook to Rosie. We're making something called beef chuck Filet Roast. It's actually a fairly affordable cut. This is USDA choice. It's $4.89 a pound. I'll edit in a picture of the price of Hamburg, but I think Hamburg where I live is about $3 a pound, something like that. So it's not that much more expensive. It comes out tender if you treat it right. If you cook it wrong, it comes out like shoe leather. It is terrible. It is terrible. And I'm gonna put these guys to work. So Jeff's gonna do a roasted broccoli recipe that I've roasted broccoli a bunch of times and not been happy with the results, but I found some recipe. I forget where I saw it, but I like it. So it's not on the griddle. Chris does broccoli good on the griddle. This is in the oven. Actually, if you don't mind, can you throw that on at 490 for me? So preheat your oven to 490. And then Chris, I'm gonna ask him to try something new. We're gonna do bacon roasted potatoes. So we got some bacon, some pre-baked potatoes. I baked them off yesterday, and we're gonna get to work and see how this comes out. So the difficulty with this, and I'll ask that you be patient with me because I'm certainly not a professional butcher, but there's a tendon that runs sort of right down the middle. Actually, you can kind of see a little bit of it right there, that little fine white line, not this or this, but this right here has to come out, and you end up with two pieces. Now, I initially thought this was the teres major, and I'll put the spelling up on the screen for that, which is a cut from the shoulder. The shoulder is usually really tough, but the teres major is pretty tender. This apparently is not the teres major. It's the mock chuck filet roast. I'm sorry, beef chuck filet roast, and it's the other side of the shoulder from where the teres major comes from. If you can get teres major, I would buy that instead of this. But let's get into this. So what I try to do is just separate the meat a little bit to get down into that tendon. Use the tip of your knife. I'll try and reverse it so you can see it. And then just kind of start scraping to expose the tendon. See, we haven't found it yet. You'll know it when you find it. I had to cut back a little bit, but now I found it, and you'll see as I scrape why it's so important to take it out. Look at the size of this thing, right? So, and this keeps going as you come down through the meat, right? And this comes all the way back through.
So what do you want to try to cut the edge of it right now? Like you just keep.
Well, what you don't want to do, yeah, what you don't want to do is cut the tendon itself, because then you'll never get it out. Right? You'll end up having to shave it out. So you want to separate the two pieces without cutting the tendon. You want to leave it all on one side. So if I keep shaving the meat down this way,
Sharp knife, very important.
right? I can keep pulling this other piece off and scraping against the tendon. Then you're minimizing the amount of meat you're wasting. See, I'm kind of getting off of it now, so you might have to cut back in a little deeper, find it again. Yep, there it is. Just separate those two pieces and start to trim them individually. So now there's no tendon on this side, and you can see you can see all of that tendon on that side. Just scrape this off a little bit more. But see all that? That is tough as rope. So that whole thing needs to come off. But now that we've done this, the hard part, getting it off is actually pretty easy. So start it whichever side you want. Depending on your piece, sometimes this end has a lot of tendon in it, so you might want to just square it up. but get the tip of your knife under and across. Angle your blade up a little bit and just saw back and forth. Now see, we left a little bit here, so you're going to do the same thing. Get under there, take it off. See, this is what I was talking about with a little bit of that extra tendon. Take that off. That's going to be chewy if you leave it.
It's like scaling a fish once you get to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like skinning a fish, yeah. So then you can flip it around and just go in the other direction.
Can you actually pull it off or no? Will it pull right out?
I'll let you try.
No, I'm asking
No,
you.
go ahead, try. It's all you.
So that'd be a no.
Yeah.
This thing is tough. And I'll give a warning, we do have some special equipment that we're going to use to tenderize this. We're going to use the Jacquard tenderizer, which we've used in other videos. Where'd it go? Right here. So we're going to use this guy to tenderize it. But if you do this and follow this technique, it actually comes out with a real nice beef flavor and it's real tender. This is where it becomes important that you tenderize it. I won't bore you with doing them all, but essentially you're going to go in two directions with your tenderizer, this way then this way. Then we're going to cut it into medallions or tips and tenderize it again. Now I like to cut them a little big because these do cook faster than you would think on the griddle. So almost like a mini steak, like that. Turn them on their side and we'll hit them again. Jeff and Chris are finally doing their parts. Well, Chris is doing his part.
I'm not a slacker.
Don't necessarily see Jeff doing his part.
Broccoli, salt, pepper.
It's not salt and pepper. It's crazy salt. Pull it up
Crazy
there.
Jane.
Mixed
Give
up
Jane
salt and
credit.
pepper. We got that. And we got that.
This is perfect. You guys working, me doing nothing. I like it.
How it always is.
I was just gonna say, so we're talking about a normal situation,
I'm
right?
surprised you're standing up.
Thanks, Jared.
These are literally, I'm gonna cook what, maybe 3 minutes aside at all?
No, you'll be surprised.
And the pepper. Be here for a while. Okay guys, getting ready to, timing wise, it's time to put the steak down. If Nate's math is correct, which I think is suspect, but we're gonna give it a try.
About 15 minutes left on the broccoli.
So it should be nice and hot. You get a nice little sizzle. Hopefully you can still hear. We're figuring about 4 to 5 minutes on one side, Nate.
Yeah. We're gonna probe it, pull it at 121, 122 degrees. That should be medium rare.
So we're just going to put a little oil just on the outside ridges a little bit, help them crust up a little bit more.
Broccoli's done. It's been about 20 minutes.
Oh, that looks good.
Looks really good. It smells really good.
It does.
Sizzling.
Alright guys, so here's the finished product. Came out good.
Delicious.
The bacon took a little longer to cook than we thought. If we do this again, we would probably cook the bacon a little bit before we put the potatoes on. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, yes and no, because it really flavored the potatoes well.
That's true.
No, but I
A
mean,
lot of extra flavor.
like put the bacon under the potatoes
Yeah.
so that the bacon's on contact with the surface of the griddle.
I mean, it worked out pretty good this way, but I would try it that way just to see if there's a big difference.
Give it a head start.
Yeah. So the tenderness of the beef, your opinion?
Very tender, very good, not chewy at all. It's a nice flavor.
Excellent flavor.
Yeah.
Really, it's got a nice steak flavor, which
Yeah.
you don't really get with the London broil or with different cuts that are, if you're going for a cheaper cut.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I liked it a lot. I especially like the broccoli. I thought for sure that was going to taste.
Yeah, the broccoli, you can actually even let the broccoli go a little bit more. Like this charring that you see over here. You know, a lot of that, the more of that you have, the better it tastes. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you watching the video.
Good looking plate right there.
It is a good looking plate. Can't wait to eat.
All right, let's
You know,
eat.
if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for us. We really appreciate it.
Shout out to our subs. Thank you so much. You guys are fantastic.
Without a doubt. See?
Duncan's ready to go. Duncan's hungry. Subscribe, like, comment, guys. Keep it up. Thanks so much for watching.
And click on the bell so that way you're reminded every time we have an upload.
See you guys.
Have a good night.